Shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. The brother Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will it be edifying, going into prophetic events, World War III, the destruction of Babylon the Great, and the redemption of the 12 tribes of Israel, of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, starting with 144,000. Those are the ones that are set to be delivered from this impending doom, okay? That along with the one-third remnant, which is the great multitude, which Israelites will come out of every nation looking like every nation out of heaven, okay? But anyway, this is an article. It says Putin gives this is from End Time Headlines, which, in my opinion, I think they have pretty good articles. They go off and they try to break down scriptures from a Christian prophetic standpoint or eschatological standpoint, which eschatology means the study of the end times. But nonetheless, the articles are on point, and we filter these things through the scriptures because, that's how we measure the time. So it says Putin gives the West a new warning that sends troops to Ukraine could lead to nuclear war. And my thing is, I thought the whole Ukrainian thing was done and over with. I thought they pretty much then wiped out everybody they needed to wipe out. But clearly there's still some fighting going. But the news media is not really shedding too much light on it anymore because you got this whole Palestinian-Israeli conflict that's been pretty much in hotbed for 5 months or so. They heard there was talks of a temporary ceasefire on behalf of Biden's behalf, but this guy Netanyahu, you know who, he's not really with this. He's not really with it. He wants to put an end to those Ishmaelites over there because, for the simple fact, that's the murderous nature of this Edomite. Okay, but it reads: Russian President Vladimir Putin warned the West of the risk of nuclear war if they send their own troops to fight for Ukraine, saying Moscow had the weapons to strike Western targets. Now, while that sounds good, but things will not become global or nuclear, I will say, until the institution of the MOTB. Here you may have some particular artillery and firepower, or some type of pocket nuke that may go off in certain cases, but for the most part, the missile's not going to be shot until the MOTB is passed. Okay, when the global economies collapse financially, that's when I believe, just from my personal humble opinion, that's when I believe that the Lord is going to allow the nations to really go to war. And that's going to be end game. And this is why the apostles always say that once the chip is passed, then things are going to move quick. And I can very well see that happening. But it says, in his annual State of the Nation address on Thursday, Putin claims that Russia tends to attack Europe are nonsense, but warned that his country might strike Western countries with nuclear weapons. Those are the threats right there, the wars and rumors of wars. It says Putin referenced an idea floated by French President Emmanuel Macron, who on Monday said the possibility of sending Western troops to Ukraine cannot be ruled out. But several European leaders swiftly rejected the suggestion. And also, was it redacted, or it may have been one of the prepper shows that I watched, but I believe they stated that the American military got a call to be shipped out to these different parts of the world to join and fight in battle. So I have to get more information on that because I'm not very versed as far as the extremities of it is. But overall, man, when them soldiers get that call and you vets get that call, they're gonna have to bring back a draft, man. Okay, and they was talking about reinstating a draft because they don't have the necessarily numbers to compete in this war, which they're going to lose regardless. But it says they must ultimately understand that we also have weapons and they will know about it. Just as I now said, we also have weapons that can hit targets on their territory, he warned. And Russia have weapons that can hit you from anywhere in the world. Okay, they got weapons. They got the, the Tomahawk, not the Tomahawk, but they have the hypersonic, what is it called? The particular hypersonic missile that can literally get to this side of the world within 20-25 minutes. And it's undetected by radar. So Russia have weapons that your radar won't pick up and they can just hit you. You see what I'm saying? So Babylon is in big trouble, okay, because they spend all their money into getting their soldiers genetically mutated to something else, putting money into migrants coming over here and sending billions of dollars of aid to other countries when they're not even working on their own defense systems. Because, they believe that offense wins the game. Like, we just going to obliterate you and be done with it. But no, defense wins games too. Okay. And Russia, they're pretty much balanced with offense and defense, while America, you just have an offensive strategy. All right. But anyway, Putin has raised the nuclear specter on several occasions since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine more than 2 years ago. But Russia transferred tactical nuclear weapons to neighboring Belarus last year. The CNN reported this month that Russia is attempting to develop a nuclear space weapon that can destroy satellites, meaning they're going to knock out your communications. It says his address lasted more than 2 hours, breaking his previous record according to the Russian state media TASS, and came shortly before Russians vote in the March 17 pedestal election, when Putin is expected to sweep a fifth term and extend his rule to at least 2030. So, hey, can Putin be the guy? It's possible. But it says he lauded the progress of Russia's military, which he said was confidently advancing in a number of operational areas and liberating more and more territories, and now firmly holds the initiative in Ukraine after Kyiv's recent retreat from the eastern of, Avdiivka or Adviivka. It says he confirmed Russia will bolster its military presence along the western border to neutralize the threats of NATO expansion after Finland and Sweden joined the alliance following Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. So there you go. Those are wars and rumors of wars. Okay. So anyway, let's do this real quick. Russia's ICBMs. See what they have here. Okay. All right. So, Russian ICBMs include the RS-28 Sarmat, which is Satan II, RSM-56 Bulava. Okay, you got the RS-24 Yars, you got the R-29 RMU, and you got the R-29 RMU-2, the R-36 M2, which is Satan, the SS-18. And I believe that fucking Satan II got like a couple of, we got like 20-something. Don't quote me on it, but it has like, let me look it up. I don't want to butcher it. How many warheads does Satan II have? See what it says. Okay, 10 or more. All right, the RS-28 Sarmat. Let's see if it tells us. Oh, okay. So it says the Sarmat is a 3-stage liquid-fueled missile with a range of 18,000 kilometers and a launch weight of 208.1 metric tons. It says the missile is 35.3 meters long and 3 meters in diameter. Designed a heavy ICBM, the Sarmat can carry a 10-ton payload and can load a variety of warhead options. Wow, it says according to the Russian media, Sarmat can reportedly load up to 10 large warheads, 16 smaller ones, and a combination of warheads and countermeasures of hypersonic boost glide vehicles. Wow. So 10 large warheads, 16 smaller ones, okay? So you could have up to 10 to 16 warheads on that thing. In this case, 26. All right? But nonetheless, it makes sense as to why the scriptures say that he saw the number of the horsemen in the vision, and they were 200,000, or 200,000, because these warheads can equip, or these ICBMs can equip multiple warheads on it, because it's the heads that's really hidden. It's not the fact that you're going to have 200 million warheads or nuke or ICBMs hit this place, but the warheads alone can very well out mitigate that. So it makes sense. So the scriptures, it's on point when it comes to that, man. All right, but this is the book of Revelation 9, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 14. It says, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet loose, the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month in the year, for to slay the third part of men. The third part of men is going into you Edomites, okay, predominantly here in the west. And it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. He heard it, okay, because the fact that the angel told him, like, look, this is the number. There was so many missiles that was going to be shot on this place, to the point he was like, look, this is the number. This is the ordeal. This is how it's going to go down. And he's seen it in a vision. Okay, he was actually in the spirit and vision when he saw this place go down. So he saw the missiles being shot off. And it reads, and it says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and jacinths and brimstone, and the heads of the horses as was the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issue fire, smoke, and brimstone. Those are talking about the warheads. It says, by these three was a third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths, the warheads. It says, for their power is in the mouth and in their tails, for their tails are like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Because when you see a missile flying across the earth or the heavens, or you see these things being shot off, if you look at the fire from the propeller, it looks like a fiery serpent. That's why it says here, he said like it's a serpent's, the tails, because when you see a missile being shot off, it looks like a serpent as far as from the fire is concerned. And the heads are with them, they do hurt. Okay, so if you look at it on, let's look at here, ICBM launch.
The RS-28 Sarmat is a Russian intercontinental range, hypersonic, liquid propellant, heavy thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missile.
See that? Now, a serpent is slithery, right? Now, when you saw the fire, it looks like a serpent almost, man. So when he saw it in a vision, that's why the Lord is cold-blooded, and he wrote it down to the best way. The descriptive adjective he used was pretty much on point for that time, because it says here, and I saw the horses in a vision, which is the missiles, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinths and brimstones, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issue fire and smoke and brimstone. Okay, and it says, and by these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths, which is the heads. It says, for the powers in their mouth and in their tails. It says, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
It is believed to have a range of over 6,800 miles or 11,000 kilometers, and is capable of carrying multiple independently chargeable re-entry vehicles with nuclear weapons. The missile is designed to be capable of defeating any current or future missile defense system, and is intended to replace the aging RS-20 Voda or SS-18 Satan ICBM. The Sarmat has reportedly undergone testing and is believed to be in service with the Russian military. It is one of Russia's most advanced strategic weapon systems and is intended to enhance Russia's nuclear deterrent capabilities.
That's coming over here. Oh, shit. Can you imagine that whole arsenal being shot on this fucking place? The Lord's gonna make a serious, the Lord's gonna make a statement with this. The Lord's gonna make a serious statement in the earth, man. Okay, the prophets was even afraid when they were like, oh shit. You see why we gonna have to be delivered? But this is for all you moles, all you hoes, all you wicked ass ninjas, you Edomites, okay? All you, but this is your judgment. Lord is getting ready to burn this place, man. Finally. All right. So let's go from here to the book of Jeremiah 51, and I'm gonna start at verses 29. It says, prepare against her the nation with the kings of the Medes. Okay, and we know who the Medes are according to the scriptures. It says, and the captains and all the rulers thereof, and all the land is dominion, and the land should tremble in sorrow. For every purpose of the Lord should be performed against Babylon, and to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. And we just showed you how the Lord is going to do that. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight, and have remained in their holds, and their might have failed, and they've become as women, and they have burned our dwelling place, and our bars are broken. And one post should run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city at one end, that his city is taken at one end, and the passages are stopped, and the reeds, and they are burned with fire, and the men of war are frightened, man. So, hey, the Lord is getting ready to get busy. And it reads, it says, for thus says the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon, is like a threshing floor, and it is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. So we're in a time now of heavy judgment, and the judgment of Babylon is getting ready to, it's already reached the heavens. So it's to the point the Lord is acting on its place. Just a matter of time before this thing kicks off, man. And we ain't got another 40, 50, 60 years for this place has already surpassed wickedness decades ago, fucking centuries ago. You know, but there's several other precepts we can get. I want to get one more, Isaiah 54. Isaiah 54, and this is a good one too. Create the way, that's a good one. But matter of fact, I want to go to another one. Armory. Jeremiah 50 and 25. Bingo. This is the book of Jeremiah 50, and I'm going to start at verses 24. It says, and I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. And thou wast not aware, it says, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, right? Okay, for one thing, setting up a artificial intelligence systems to replace Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and enslaving his people, okay, and just changing all manners of ordinance under the heaven to fulfill your wicked agenda. The Lord is against this place. And it says, and the Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh and of the host in the land of Chaldea. And come against her from the utmost borders, open her storehouses and cast her up as heats and destroy her utterly, and let nothing of her be left. So here we go, man. All right, but I'm gonna end it there. Point has been made. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord, will you edify into the next lesson? Shalom.
RS-28 Sarmat is a Russian intercontinental range, hypersonic, liquid propellant,